What's up everyone? In this video, we're going to be talking about a great tool that you can use to find stocks before they really go crazy. And no, we're not going to be talking about some magical indicator or screener or anything like that. We're going to be talking about a free tool that's actually owned and operated by Google that you can really use to your advantage, especially in the stock market. So we're not going to waste any time. Let's get right into it. So the tool is called Google Trends, and there's a lot of different ways that you can utilize this website for a lot of different things, especially in the stock market. But the gist of it is that Google reports what people are searching for in real time. So let's say we have a stock that's going crazy. Most of the time, people search about that stock and research it on Google before actually buying it. So basically, the whole concept of what we're trying to do is find the stocks that everyone's searching about, and then we could enter them before everyone else does, or the majority does, and make a lot of money doing it. And there's multiple ways to do this. So the first way is we're going to go to trends.google.com. And then from that point, we want to scroll down to recently trending. We can see that there's many things trending right now. Of course, like Elon Musk is one of the most popular things because he is trying to buy out Twitter, and Good Friday because today's Good Friday and all that stuff. So what you want to do is you want to go to more trending searches. From that point, you will see like the most popular / viral things going on right now. But that's not necessarily what we want, because as we can see, most of it does not have to do with the stock market. I mean, the Elon Musk Twitter thing does, but all of the rest of it doesn't. Like the full moon for April 2022 doesn't have anything to do with the stock market. So we want to get a little bit more specific. So what we want to do is we want to go to real-time search trends, and then sometimes this will be a little bit more specific. Like we can see that, we have news with Target, Sony, a little bit to do with the stock market, Dave & Buster's stock, which is PLAY, stuff like that. But we want to get even more specific. So then what we're going to do is we're going to go to all categories, and then we're going to go to business. Once we're in business, basically everything that we're seeing now is something that's trending, right? Whether it has to do with Target or Good Friday in the stock market or inflation or whatever, all this has to do with trending things going on in the market. So from that point, if you see an article or something that you think might have potential to drive the stock price, what you can do is you can just click on the article or this little tab right here. It will expand it, and it'll show you how the search interest has changed over time, if they're like how the news articles have changed over time. As we can see, this little shade of gray right here. You will also see related queries and even a couple important news articles related to that topic that you can research from there. So that's the first way. The second way is my favorite way, and I think it is the best way. So instead of rolling through all of these trending, increasing things, what you can just do is search for stocks specifically. So let's say you were looking at, Twitter stock is a good example. You can just type in Twitter stock all the way up here at the top, and then you can just see a view of it over the past 12 months. We can see this chart right here represents the interest over time in Twitter stock. This basically shows you the higher this blue line is, the more people that are searching Twitter stock. And we can see more people are searching Twitter stock basically more than ever before because Elon Musk is trying to buy the company. It's hard to beat news like that. So that's awesome in that sense. Of course, you can change the view of the chart from 12 months to 5 years to the past 4 hours if you want to. Additionally, you can see the categories aren't really too applicable with this, but if you wanted to, you could select finance. But what I also like to do is I like to compare the different searches against each other. So for example, right now we are looking at Twitter stock over the past 12 months as a web search, but you can also use it for a YouTube search and see how if YouTube is really trending, or if Twitter is really trending on YouTube right now. So that's pretty interesting tool. That's a pretty interesting as well. But what I also like to do is type in stock market as a general term, and you can see what's really trending in the stock market overall. And this is my favorite way to do it. So I have stock market for the past 12 months. It's not that useful in my opinion because it kind of lags behind. Let's say a stock starts to go crazy. It takes a lot for that one stock to make it in like the top 10 most popular things in the stock market compared to the past 12 months. So what I like to do is I do like stock market, web search, and let's say we go past 7 days or like past day. That can really give you a nice search results tab. So we can see right here, we're looking at the most popular stock market related Google search trends over the past 7 days. Now, of course, because today is Good Friday, it's kind of a skewed search result because everyone is searching, is the stock market open on Good Friday? So that's why all of these related queries right here are saying, stock market open on Good Friday. Is the stock market open on Good Friday? Is the stock market closed on Good Friday? So that's why it's kind of like spammed with Good Friday stuff. On a normal day, there will be a better mix of stocks in recent events, but we still do have a decent example today. We can see one of the most relevant queries is VERU stock, which was actually a perfect example. So let's say you see a stock that's kind of trending on Google search trends. You can click that like this, and then from that point, we're still looking at a 7-day web search chart. You can see how people have been searching this stock throughout the week. We can see it really started to explode with popularity around 10 a.m. on April 11th. So let's see how the stock, you could say 10 a.m. on April 11th. Let's see what the stock was doing at that point. All right, 10 a.m., April 11th. The stock was literally at $6, and then obviously it just went crazy and it ended up going all the way up to $17.50. But still, like, it's a very great tool. Like, even if we went back to Google search trends and we looked at like the highest point for when people were searching it, that was at 11 a.m. on April 11th. So let's say you were late, and let's say you only saw about this at 11 a.m., which is when it was really going popular, right? So 11 a.m., April 11th. Let's see, 11 a.m. Yeah, I mean, the stock was still at $9. That same day, it went all the way up to $14.50, and then a couple days later, it went up to $17.50. So it's like, even if you were late, it still is a very powerful tool because it literally shows you what the world and what society is searching for. Like, it's so useful in that sense in a lot of ways for the stock market, but even for other ways, just, you know, in many different aspects of life. So that's pretty cool. I really like to use this tool for the stock market. If you want to get more specific, what you can do is you can do like a YouTube, like related to YouTube searches. But the web search is the most popular, and it's probably the most beneficial. Another cool thing is we were just looking at the United States right now. If you want to, you can do worldwide, and you can see how that changes things. Of course, the bluest regions indicate like the most popular regions. For example, the US and Canada are very dark blue. That's where most of the search interest is coming from. On the other hand, like Australia is very light blue, and not really too many searches are coming from Australia related to this stock. Another really cool thing that you can do is, let's say we go back to United States. Go United States. All right. You can see related queries. So right now we're looking at VERU stock, but you have related topics. And you can see other stocks that are similar to this one. So we have ATER, Twitter, BBIG, stuff like that. So keep that in mind too. That's pretty cool. You could also see like which states are driving the most searches, so that's cool. But yeah, it's a really useful tool. There's multiple ways to use Google search trends. I think it really is very helpful for the stock market. And yeah, it's a great tool. Not too many people talk about it, and it's just a different way to invest, you can say. Like, I know a lot of stock market YouTube videos are always talking about this indicator or that indicator or this screener or whatever. I don't really see too many people talking about Google search trends, and it's pretty useful. So I hope you guys learned something. If you did, please consider subscribing. And if you learned something from this video, if you thought it was useful, make sure to leave a comment down below. It helps so much, and I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Besides that, have a great 3-day weekend, and thank you guys so much for watching.